And so our journey continues from there on. But wait, we're not quite done. Now we march on to Fangorn.
Fangorn will learn to fuel the industry of Isengard.
Fangorn is a real pain in the ass, so we have to go and deal with it.
Is the ancient home of the Ents, an excellent source of fuel to drive the engines of industry.
Anyway, we're here to get some wood. Because how can we burn our furnaces without wood? It just doesn't make any sense, right? Unfortunately, the Ents don't really appreciate that. As per usual. Fucking bastards.
The Ents draw their strength from the Entmoot. We must destroy it.
We have much work to do. Feed our forges with wood from the great forests of Fangorn. With enough fuel, we shall breed a mighty army of orcs.
This second mission here is relatively simple. We have to destroy the Entmoot. But what else can we do? Well, we can kill Treebeard, we can level up Saruman to rank 3, we can command a horde of warriors to eat another horde, or we can combine the hordes of crossbowmen with the warriors. What is that eating ability all about? Well, the eating ability is all about eating the other horde to gain a minimal amount of extra experience on their behalf and probably a little bit of healing. I wouldn't hold my breath over it, to be honest. It's such a useless ability that I don't really see the point. Unless I'm not using it correctly, but then again I have no idea. Oh shit! Ant's dead body just nuked half of that platoon. That's not good. But yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm just using it incorrectly, but I've never found any good use out of Bloodthirst ability. Plus, Uruk warriors are just shit. If you upgrade them, they're fine, but I tend to just stick with the crossbowmen. I feel they're a lot more useful. I mean, they're ranged enemies. Yeah, they're ranged enemies. No, they're ranged units, and they're just that much more useful because you can hit things from a distance. Here we go, now we can build some buildings in our camp. One thing you'll note is that no evil camp ever comes with any kind of walls, so they're a lot easier to invade. Fortunately, they tend to come with an advantage of their own. They also tend to have more build spots as a result. I think the current camp here that we have has the same amount of build spots as a good guy camp would have. Now that I think about it, it probably is the same for castles as well. It's just that evil guys don't have walls. Which may seem a little annoying at first, but then you realize that's actually not a bad thing, because you can take advantage of it. You can move your units around a lot easier, because there's a lot less obstacles to deal with. When you have no walls to get in your way, you can move your armies out of any side of a camp so much quicker. Hey, look at that! What's that? It looks like a cave of Trollus, perhaps. Sounds like cave of Trollus. Well, if you walk up to this cave of Trollus, you will get some cave Trollus. In case you just need some cave Trollus. There you go. Got some cave Trollus. A neat unit, to say the least. They can be very useful in sieges, but if you remember the good guy campaign, we're not very good when dealing with archers. So if you can, try to avoid sending them into their certain doom. You can avoid that by not sending them against archers alone. Hey Saruman, you wanna like do some damage? I'm all down for that shit. Another thing you'll notice definitely is that we have a lot more population to work with than with the good guys. Like holy shit, we got over 300 population? How come? Well, the simple answer is that the evil units are just easier to kill, and they also come in larger, so they come in larger numbers. That's what I want to say. Not only that, but the units, battalions themselves are just larger in general to compensate for the fact that they die easier. Or at least that tends to be the case with the likes of the Mordor orcs. With the Uruk-Hai though, that is an advantage, not a balancing problem. Oh shit! Run? That one foot in the face really got Saruman knackered. Holy shit. Sweet, he didn't miss. Sometimes he misses the shot and that's very annoying. Here we go, Saruman leveled up. Now he's even stronger. To a degree. I wouldn't suggest letting Saruman fight on his own just yet. He may be a powerful wizard, but he's not that powerful just yet. Give him a little bit of assistance, won't you? Oh, by the way, get some upgrades. You'll need those. Alright, now the elven warriors will not bother us anymore. At least from this camp. There's still some around places, but they will not bother us from this specific area where they would constantly respawn from. Good. We have obtained an outpost. Outpost can be used for a variety of reasons. The best one I can think of is to have them as remote resource gathering posts. Don't forget to use one of the spots for a tower to make it just that much more defended. I mean, you're not gonna leave a chunk of your army there. That would be pointless. Let's get some troops. Of all the things that you would like to build to make resources, which is better? The furnace or the slaughterhouse? Let's have a look. Slaughterhouse reduces the cost of war grinders. And I think for Mordor it reduces the cost of trolls. That's neat. But the furnace reduces the cost of upgrades and siege weaponry. Definitely more useful. And the biggest boost we can get to that is 40% off. That is definitely something we want. This isn't just well, I think this particular upgrade counts towards the purchases of upgrades. Look at that. 600 right now and 360. This stuff is a lot more expensive normally. Holy shit, is it expensive. Which is why you definitely want to get this. Once again, getting some more furnaces, even if you have all of the advantages of them, is a good idea. You want more resources, right? We're still collecting the same barrels of bullshitium, but, you know, the more the better. Gonna need some more troops. We're hardly fit for a good fight. Equip your crossbowmen with fire bolts. It'll make them more effective, especially here against the Ents. And they're gonna need that, because wherever the fuck that Treebeard is hiding out right now, he's gonna be one tough motherfucker to kill. He's really tough. It takes a lot of fire to burn his ass down. So bring as much as you can afford. But don't take a fight to him too early. he can wreck your army fairly quickly, and there is plenty of water to extinguish oneself with. So he could still be a problem. Get as much as you can at the moment, and then take a look around other places. Seek out new outposts and settlements. Get more resources, basically, before you take a fight to Treebeard. Treebeard is no pushover. Additionally, if you can fill out your powers bar with an additional point, that would be good too, because at 3 power points you can obtain a very, very useful ability, which allows you to gain a lot of resources in an area like this, instantly. As you can clearly see, fire arrows, or rather fire bolts, are already being very effective, destroying the opposition with relative ease. Getting some banners is a good idea too. Respawns missing units that have been killed in action. Ah shit, we got more elves over there. And later on we'll be able to purchase heavy armor, which makes it harder to kill the Uruk crossbowmen. So overall it seems like Uruks are well prepared to deal with any trouble. Later on we'll be able to establish a very good professional army out of them, which will be able to destroy enemies just as easily as that of the Aphelion Rangers. I guess that's how you say it. Well, the Aphelion Ranger army, which we used before, it was good, but this is similar to that, minus the range, but plus the armor. Useful nonetheless. Ah shit, we're getting surrounded by elves. We know, the Entmoot is where they draw their power, despite it being just a couple of stones set in a circle. Let's get rid of these guys first. I'm detecting some settlements we can take. Here we go. The boys will recover, but we will get some additional resources. Since you can't build anything more than lumber mills and slaughterhouses, I recommend going for slaughterhouses for the most part, since they are a steady source of income. You may say lumber mills are the better choice for this area, but they're not a sustainable source of resources. Because once you're out of trees, the woodcutters are, well, useless. They don't make very good warriors. An unfortunate little thing, but it's only to be expected. This map is, however, very useful if you're making use of the trolls, because trolls can find rocks and throw them around, or use trees as giant clubs. You can also throw orcs, apparently. I'm not sure how useful that is. Sometimes they seem to eat them though, and other times they throw them. When they eat the orcs, they actually heal a little bit. So that's the more useful thing to get out of that. Another thing I've noticed though is that it doesn't always work, so I don't know. I don't really like using that particular ability. We can send the trolls to fight the Ents, actually. We could use the trees to smack the fuck out of them, which would be advantageous. Not much to see down there, just more water. I'm looking for settlements to take first. More settlements equals more resource, and more resource equals more bueno. Speaking of which, let's get some resources and tell my trolls to seek out trees. Trolls are not very smart. They will go for the nearest tree, no matter if anyone else is looking for the same fucking tree. Which means you can have all of your trolls just go for the exact same target, even if they're not physically able to pick up the same target. Either way, we have all of them equipped now with trees. Once they have a tree in their hands, they won't let go. A bit annoying, I admit, but what can you do? Plus, the trees serve as valuable weapons. They hurt a lot. Alright, so our army is a lot more stronger now. We have more bodies. And this unit needs to stop being retarded. Go the other way. Don't get yourself killed. Thank you. Listen here, you little shit. That's what they should say. Or whatever the equivalent of orcish is for shit, they should use that as a word. Okay, so I think they're strong enough, we can take a fight to the enemy. So let's assemble the crew. One thing you'll notice as well, among many other things that you'll notice, is that your evil units, they may be in larger numbers. And they may be a lot easier to replace, but they do not heal in battle. None of them do. None of them have the ability to heal actively or passively in any way, shape or form. To be expected, I suppose. They always were supposed to be more like a replaceable army. Of a bunch of expendables rather than something that you would want to save. Have we completed any of the bonus? Not really, but that's okay. Treebeard ought to be somewhere nearby. I think he comes out of the Entmoot. One thing I don't like about trolls is that they're always set on walking by default unless you tell them to attack something. Then they start running. So if you want them to show up somewhere faster, you should just tell them to attack a target first, rather than telling them to walk, because they're gonna take their fucking time to walk. Shit! They're already attacking us! Come on, trolls! Go for it! Ah shit, there's Treebeard. Ants tend to have this annoying ability of getting very aggressive if you set them on fire. Or kill their brethren for that matter. So watch it. Ah, here's Treebeard. Man, he's gonna take some time to burn. Look at that. With my entire army, he's still alive, despite being caught on fire. But not for much longer. Come on, boy. Here we go. We burned his ass. And now to burn the rest. Fucking elves. Damn. Oh, my trolls are still relatively fine, despite one of them getting kicked to death. Aw, oh, damn, look at that people's elbow right there. Whatever, well, whatever, I don't know my wrestling moves. But the troll is getting smacked around, and he's most likely not gonna make it. No, he didn't make it. That's fine. The others will live on, and the Entmoot will be destroyed, so that's fine. His sacrifice was not in vain. Sure is taking a while to break down this stone circle. But give it a few more tugs and that's it.
The enemy has been crushed.
You forgot a few stones back there. Oh well, that's fine. Was that Treebeard running through in the cutscene? Definitely makes him look kinda dumb, doesn't it? Or it could be just any ant, really. Oh well, doesn't matter. It's a victory. Not a total victory, because we didn't get the other bonus... fuck, why am I getting stuck on saying bonus objectives? There. Damn.